I think that in the history of radio drama, there have not been many occasions when there's been a series that's actually been able to parallel what's happening in the real world, in this case specifically in the Canadian real world. And so it's great to do something that actually has, that people can listen to and feel is current. So we often find in our stories that, as we say, that life imitates art. For example, we have a story in an episode recently where one of our section members, one of our privates, shoots a man that he thinks might be a suicide bomber. Ironically, after we taped that, and just the weekend before it went to air, the same thing happened in Afghanistan, in Kandahar. So we're back and forth. We kind of intersect with the real world in some funny ways with this series. It's great to have that. It adds excitement and edge to the series. And also I think it puts us right into the forefront of what people are thinking about. And I think that's important, and it's great to be able to do that.
People love it too, because it's such an intimate form when you're talking, when you have voices talking in your ear over the radio. And you know, really the listener has to use their imagination to kind of create the scene. So yeah, no, radio drama is fantastic.
I love coming in here. I love coming into CBC, and you know, when you grow up in Cape Breton and you are living on a dirt road and you have two channels and one of them is CBC, it's real cool to come in and see, you know, like Mr. Dress-Up set, or the props from the Friendly Giant. I mean, this is, you know, after this I could retire.
So it's such a great gel right now. Everyone just moves together really easily, and I think that's part of its success. I think probably with any TV show or radio show, that, you know, the first few are going to be a little bit clunky. Everyone's feeling out where they're at, and then from there it just starts to move as a whole machine, a very well-oiled machine, a very fun, well-oiled machine that we all enjoy very much being a part of.
It's been great to be able to follow a project like this and be able to come back and play the same character and get to know the character, and then the writers get to know the character. Everybody knows the world really well. And you feel like you just keep getting deeper and deeper into it, and everybody gets to know each other really well, and it's fun. It's a great project.
The great thing about radio drama is the turnover is really quick, so you can write a script and within 2 or 3 weeks it's on the air. And so if there's something big has happened in Afghanistan, you can incorporate that and it still be within the so-called news cycle and take advantage of that. Plus, it's also a really, it's a low budget format, but you can do absolutely anything. So something that would cost millions of dollars on television or film, you can do incredibly cheaply. So really the possibilities are limitless with radio.
I really like the fact that CBC Radio is reaching from coast to coast, because I have family in Cape Breton and I have family in Vancouver. And when you're away for this long and you're out here and you're trying to get a career going, it's really nice when your family can, all at one time, check out something that you're doing. I love it. I love radio drama.
I think the quality of the artistry in this series is very high. I think the writing is really, I think it's crisp, I think it's snappy, the stories just barrel along. You can't help but be drawn into them. The series has a really gritty, noisy feel. We've tried to find a way of actually bringing to life what is a really noisy, dirty, dusty world when you're on the front lines in Afghanistan. And I think that the actors, because they're playing soldiers that are young, most of the cast is fairly young. They're really some of the best people that are out there acting in Canada today. Billy, Jenny, and Dean particularly, who kind of hold the series up. And I think that they've been really good at capturing both the authenticity of the world that their characters are in, and also the feel of Canadian men and a woman in their 20s and the beginning of their 30s, and what they're dealing with, and how they interact and how they respond to the world. And I think that's one of the reasons why this series really has the impact that it does.